Assalamualaikum, I am Nur Ihsanur Ain binti Rosli. My metric number is S56238. For the individual assignment ACT3103, I need to choose two companies that listed at Bursa Malaysia with one type of industry. So I have decided to choose QL Resources Berhad and LTKM Berhad, which is the companies that from consumer product industry. Firstly, I will show the principal activities of these two companies. The principal activities for QL Resources Berhad is a sustainable and scalable multinational agro-food producer. QL Resources Berhad has operation in four principal activities. First, marine product manufacturing. Second, integrated livestock farming. Third, palm oil activities. Fourth, family mart. They produce resources, efficient protein sources, and food via operational footprint in Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, and China. The principal activities for LTKM Berhad is they invest, holding, and provision of management service. The principal activities of the subsidiaries are described note 17 to the financial statement. Next, the ratio that I chose to analyze these two companies is profitability ratio. In this ratio, there are 7 ratios. First, profit margin. Second, asset turnover. Third, return on asset. Next, return on equity, earning per share, price earning ratio, and payout ratio. All of these ratios have their own formula and calculation. Now we proceed to the first ratio, profit margin. The formula for the ratio is net income divided by sales. We must give the answer on percentage. To calculate for QL Resources Berhad, we need to take the net income from SOPL. So the net income is 238,967. So 238,967 divided by 415,5938. So the answer is 5.75%. For LTKM Berhad is we take the net income from SOPL. So the net income of LTKM Berhad is profit net of tax is 5497531. So how to calculate is 5497531 divided by 187188062. So the answer is 2.94%. For the profit margin ratio, QL Resources Berhad is more efficient in earn net profit from their sales because they have higher profit margin, which is 5.75% compared to LTKM Berhad because they have lower profit margin ratio, which is 2.94%. It also because the higher of the profit margin ratio is better, which means that the company earn more income from their sales. Then for asset turnover ratio, the formula is net sale divided average total asset. For QL Resources Berhad, we must take the net sales amount from SOPL. So for QL Resources Berhad, the net sales amount is 4,155,938 divided by average total asset is beginning asset plus ending asset divided by 2. So we just take the amount of asset at SOFP. So the total asset is 40663793C83661. So the answer is 1.07. For LTKM Berhad, we just take the net sales at SOPL. The net sale of LTKM Berhad is 187188062. Also, average is beginning plus ending divided by 2. So the amount of asset we just take from SOFP. This amount of total asset. So the answer is 0.55. For the asset turnover ratio, QL Resources Berhad is more efficient in using their asset to generate sales and revenue because they have higher asset turnover ratio, which is 1.07 compared to LTKM Berhad because they have lower asset turnover ratio, which is 0.55. It also because the higher of the asset turnover ratio is better, which means that the organization generates more sales and revenue from their asset. For the return on asset, the formula is net income divided by average asset times with 100. The answer must in percentage. For the QL Resources Berhad, we just take the net income from the SOPL. The net income is 238967. Average asset equal to beginning asset plus ending asset divided by 2. So the answer is 6.17%. For the LTKM Berhad, the amount of net income we just take at SOPL. So this net income. For the amount of asset, we also plus the beginning asset plus ending asset divided by 2. We just take the amount of asset at SOPL, the amount of asset, this. So the answer is 1.60%. For the return on asset ratio, QL Resources Berhad is most efficient in utilizing their investment because they have higher ratio, which is 6.17% compared to LTKM Berhad, there's only 1.60%. It's shown that the QR Resources Berhad is better in utilizing their investment. For the return on equity ratio, the formula is net income divided by average shareholder equity times with 100. So the answer must on percentage. For the QR Resources Berhad, we just take the net income from SOPL. So the net income is 238967. For the average shareholder equity, we just take the amount of beginning equity plus ending equity divided by 2. So the amount of equity we just take at financial position. So the total equity is this: 2014346 2091014. So the answer is 11.64%. For the LTKM Berhad, we just take the amount of net income at SOPL. The net income is here, profit net of tax. And also we take the amount of average shareholder equity is beginning plus ending equity. We just take at here. Total equity 240891820 plus 246021170. So the answer is 2.26%. For the return on equity ratio, QR Resources Berhad is more efficient in earn income from every ringgit Malaysia because they have higher return on equity ratio, which is 11.64% compared to LTKM Berhad because they have lower return on equity ratio, which is 2.26%. It also because the higher ratio is better, which means that the company get more income for every ringgit Malaysia that has been invested by shareholder. Next, for earning per share ratio, the formula is net income minus preferred dividend divided by average shareholder equity. The earning per share, we just take the amount that's stated at SOPL. So the earning per share for QL Resources Berhad is 15 cents and the amount of LTKM Berhad is 4.23 cents. For the earning per share ratio, QL Resources Berhad is more efficient because they have higher earning per share ratio, which is 15 compared to LTKM Berhad because they have lower earning per share ratio, which is 4.23. It's shown the QL Resources Berhad is better in getting more income from every share. The sixth ratio is price earning ratio. The formula is price per share divided by EPS. For the QL Resources Berhad, not stated the price per share at their annual report. For the LTKM Berhad, price per share is RM 1.9 ringgit. So I convert to cent. So 109 cents divided to 4.23 cents. So the answer is 25.77. For price earning ratio, LTKM Berhad is automatically will be chosen as an efficient, which is 25.77 that QL Resources Berhad. Then QL Resources Berhad. In general, a higher of price earning growth to be expected by investor. Price earning ratio for QL Resources Berhad indicate that the company currently be undervalued. The information about price per share I just get from the notes at annual report. And the last ratio is payout ratio. The formula of payout ratio is dividend per share divided by EPS. I get the information about dividend per share is from notes at annual report. For the QL Resources Berhad, the dividend per share stated at note is 4.5. divided by EPS 15. So the answer is 30%. For LTKM Berhad, the dividend per share is 0.15 cents. So 0.5 divided by 4.23. So the answer is 11.82%. From the calculation, LTKM Berhad pays out a smaller percentage of its earning to shareholder as dividend, giving it more sustainable payout ratio than QL Resources Berhad. So that's all from me. Thank you.